Hello guys, good Sunday morning and how are you? My name is Nito Bandito and this is the first time you see me on this channel. I am not a financial advisor. I am just an ordinary person with a full-time job, but I wanted to come here and talk to you a little bit about investing and because I get a lot of questions from my friends, what is the best strategy to invest? What are the stocks that I can buy today and basically make a lot of money on tomorrow? And instead of answering each one of my friends individually, I wanted to make a video. I wanted to introduce myself and I wanted to tell you and talk to you about investing strategy. So let's dive straight into it, guys. First of all, I want to tell you what I have done in the past, and I want to tell you what I'm doing today, and I want to introduce myself basically and meet you all, and hopefully we can start a small family that will grow into a big family, and we can make money together. So first of all, I want to take you over here. When I first started investing, I started investing with a company called Robinhood. Now, all of you know Robinhood, and this is my portfolio. And the first time I ever bought any stocks, I actually bought a very, very important stock that has been able to make me a lot of money. Now, I have not sold out of that stock, and I'm be holding the stock forever until I retire. Yes, I am saying that right now. I will never, never, never sell this stock. So one of the things I want to talk to you about is the number one strategy. Before you decide that you want to invest, the first thing you want to do is decide how you're going to invest, not when you're going to invest. How you're going to invest. That is the bigger question for you when you decide you want to start becoming an investor. So I want to show you my portfolio right here. Give me a second. And this is my portfolio in Robinhood. Okay, this is my portfolio in Robinhood. Now here's my account and here is my all-time gain. Ever since the 7th of January, I have made 969% on my investment. I started with transferring only $500 to Robinhood, and right now we're sitting at $5,349, mainly in NIO, which accounts for 98 shares of my portfolio, and a company that deals with cannabis called Hexo. But the majority of the shares are NIO. As you see, there are 98 shares over here. Now, after this success, I decided to open a separate account with a separate company and keep this account without touching it at all. So I started investing with Ally, which I will talk about today. Something that I want you to consider is opening a portfolio where you're going to actually buy and sell stock based on your own research. I am not a financial advisor. I am not someone who can tell you buy this and sell that. I am doing this only for entertainment purposes only. Therefore, you're not going to come here, get a stock, go away and say like, oh, okay, I bought the stock, you recommended it, but then it went down. As you know, the stock market has times when it goes up and it has times when it goes down. So basically, the stock market will never keep climbing forever and it will never keep going down forever. There's going to be up and down in the stock market. But overall, if you look at the S&P 500, you'll see that it has grown tremendously over the last 100 years. A lot of people talk about that. Another thing I want to talk about is some people you need to actually follow on YouTube. If you are a beginner investor, I am extremely thrilled to have you on my channel because I want to take this entire journey with you. If you have not ever bought any stock before and you happen to have found my video, this is amazing. I am here for you. I want to take you throughout this journey the whole way through. So let me tell you some of my inspiration here on YouTube. I would say Larry Jones. He has a stock up. He calls it a stock up channel, and he also, most of these people on YouTube, they basically preach making money, and that's the only reason we are here, to make money, to establish a small family that will grow in wealth. So Larry Jones, and then George Perez, Jack Spencer Investing, and Vincent Chan, my financial friend Sam, Stockmo, Best of Us Investors, Road Warriors Investors, Those are some people, Investor Tip also, and Terry Yonker, those are some people that I watch on a daily basis. Whenever they put out a video, I go and watch the entire video and learn and basically debate in my mind whether the strategies I'm hearing from those people are strategies that I want to adopt, or whether a stock sounds to be attractive that I want to research for myself. Okay, this is not a channel where you come in here and get a name for a stock or a ticker symbol for a stock and you go buy it, and then you go back and you go like, oh, you're wrong. Because no investor, no advisor, nobody in the world can tell you a stock will skyrocket forever, or a stock is going to dip forever. You have to do your own research in the end. Okay, some of the tools I use, I want to show them to you. Right here they are. Hold on, and I'll indicate them for you. So the number one tool you want to use is TradingView. TradingView will give you all the charts that you need to basically see where the stock has historically moved, where it has gone up, where it has gone down, what the volumes are, where the gaps are. You need to use TradingView because TradingView is extensive. I'll talk about it in another session, but TradingView is where I go to look at all my stocks and their charts. Another one is bar charts right here, and it has a lot of information. You can read news. It has so many things. Bar chart is one of the go-to places that a lot of investors or a lot of people who are investing nowadays are using. And the last one is Fintel, because it tells you about institutional ownership. It tells you about insider trading. It tells you all these things, and you can just type in your ticker symbol right here, and then you can read on the buys and the sells that happen recently with the stock. So basically, that's what it is. Now let's talk about my other portfolio, not the one where I bought the NIO and made close to about 1,000%. I want to talk to you about stocks that you today can buy, and I'll tell you why these are good investments. Now, when you go to one of these websites that are extensive on their data, and they show you where the trading volumes are and where the top stocks that are trading nowadays are, you're going to see that there are a lot of stocks that they'll be in the first 15. There are a lot of stocks that are not household names, and these are like maybe hype stocks. Okay, so you can get into those stocks because they do have a shot. Some of them go up so high and then they come down immediately, like 2 or 3 days after. So you want to know what's going on in the market. You want to know where the plays are. Okay, but on the other hand, you also want to know what a good stock is. Okay, so let me share my portfolio. And a lot of people have Patreons where you pay a lot of money to actually see their portfolios. As for me, I'm going to show you my portfolio straight up front. Now that I've introduced myself, now that we've begun this small venture, you and I, and this is only for entertainment purposes, of course, I want to show you some of my stocks, and I want to show you why I'm investing in these stocks. Okay, so let's go back to this. And here we go, and that's my Ally Invest portfolio. And my number one stock, as you see here, is Alibaba. Now, how many times do you hear people talk about Alibaba? Alibaba is one of those explosive stocks that in a few years will be compared to the big names that we have on the market today, like Amazon. Alibaba could be compared to the big names like Walmart. So this is your online store that does a lot of volume selling, and it has a lot of products, and this company is growing tremendously. So to dip your teeth into this company, dip your toes into the water here and buy is not a bad option. Okay, so Alibaba is a mainstay for me in my portfolio, and I would be adding to this position, but it is a great company to invest into right now. So these are some hype stocks right now. Another company is Beam, which is a stock that's receiving a lot of hype right now. And they do, I believe they do some EV charging, okay, and they don't own a lot of percent of the market. They own a very, very, very small percentage of the market, but I thought this stock is good. where I entered, a lot of people entered at an earlier time, but I found about Beam, and I actually purchased it around 31.41, and as you see, I was able to pay to make about 13%. Now another company is CIIC, which is CIIG merger, and that company is actually buying a rival or a portion of a rival in the amount of $1.2 billion, and a rival will therefore become a company that's worth about $5.4 billion. These people build about, I would say, 10,000 buses a year maybe. They have micro factories. They have a 1.2 billion order from UPS, and I do not think they're profitable. I think they will be profitable in the year 2024. But as you see right here, I went in early and bought, so now I'm up about 11%. Ford, I believe Ford is going to do great. I believe Ford is coming out with a new Bronco, and the new Bronco has pre-orders which will actually push the stock up tremendously. Ford is actually trying to bolster the production of their EV vehicles, which will also push that stock up a lot, and is cheap. And if you are a beginning investor, that is a stock you want to keep an eye on, just because it's very, very cheap and it has good potential. Is Ford a profitable company right now as a company? No. They will possibly become profitable if things get better within 2 years, and then you will see that $9 become $16. That's my prediction for this stock. Another play here is a company in the therapeutics, Gilead Sciences, and they make a lot of products. Some of them are HIV products, but they also have competition from generic makers, but they have a chain of products, a chain of medications they put out, and I thought that that going in at 59, 57 is a safe point. But again, I can tell you that Gilead Sciences makes a lot of medicine, and they are quite revolutionary. GM is actually bolstering its production of EV vehicles. Now they're coming out with their Hummer, although it's extremely expensive. Their Hummer electric vehicle, and you see the commercials on television. GM is a good company, so as you see, I have 5% up on this company. That is a recommendation by I watch television a lot and I watch stock news a lot, so basically this was recommended by Jim Cramer, and I bought it, and it's the only one I bought without doing a lot of research. And look at me, I am down 16.87%, but thankfully I did not buy a big position in that one, so I'm only losing a little bit while investing very, very little. Now another company is LGVW, Longview Acquisition Corp, and they make handheld ultrasound devices that are supposed to be replacing big machines, ginormous machines in hospitals, and also they are geared to personal use, that you can actually just use it yourself. You can do an ultrasound on yourself, see if your heart is in the right place, see if it can be an old body ultrasound thing, and I went heavy on that one, and I bought 400 shares, and now I'm up 55.57. Now there's a lot of stuff here that I want to talk to you about, like Merck and Microsoft and all of that stuff, but I want to keep this video down to about 10 minutes. Therefore, and this is the first time I use the software actually to record on my computer. This is my first video ever about investing, but I want to talk to you extensively about how to approach investing. As you see, I can even show you in my portfolio right here. If you give me 1 second right here, I can show you one of my stocks. I'm up about, as you see right here, 101%. 101%. So basically, that's a lot of gain on these stocks. And I want to tell you how I'm able to identify these stocks, and when I decide to go into them, how I buy them, and all of these things. As a matter of fact, I have a full-time job, so I am not a day trader. I buy a stock and I sell it a few days later, but I'm not a day trader. I'm not trying to find you strategy. I'm not trying to preach on strategies of day trading. I'm trying to tell you strategies on how to identify good stocks, buy them in the right time, and perhaps make a lot of money in the process. So thank you so much for sticking around through all this blabber And thank you so much for being here. I hope that if you enjoyed my presentation here, to give me a like and subscribe and push the notification button. And I am sure we're going to meet again. Thank you so much. Talk to you soon.